Yeah.
Take care, guys.
Yep, you too.
Hey, who built the house up here too then?
You have to ask him.
What?
Did Timmy build up here?
Huh?
Did Merlot build up here, Timmy? No. Salem? Chris?
Salem has a house, but that house goes back, clear back when they first started mining when they had dilly tractor.
Oh, really?
Uncle lived in that one time,
yeah?
and Margettas lived in it before him. What's your Chris Salem? Yeah. No, he lives in Edgewood.
Edgewood Elm.
He just come off the road here a couple hours ago.
Really?
That lane, first lane is back in his gate, and he has that back in there.
Oh, that's his place. Okay. All right. Is it a house back here or what?
There's been a house there for 80 years, I'll bet you.
Right,
The old house back in there started off as an old mule shed for the mines.
Okay.
Then they made it into a chicken coop, and then the Margetta family made it into a house, and my uncle lived there for 40-something years, and then Salem bought it.
Wow. So you look on Google Maps now, there's like, over to your left that way, there's a couple new houses up there. Above where Denny Edwards was, Doug Central.
Well, maybe over that way, yeah. Nothing up here. Dick Fratrick's, that was burned down a couple years ago.
That was burned down, yeah. Now I'll see you on the way out.
Okay.
This is a steep climb up to the Brown farm. This is the old Georgetown Highway. And in them days, they went up and over. Whew. If you look around, that's steep. So the old highway crossed the mountain. Watching for snakes, which are up here. Pushing 85. It's hot. Whew. Hot day for a hike. I didn't think it was up as far, but it's up here a way. We're on top of the mountain here. Here's the Brown farm. Hello? Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Good, good. Good. Okay. Okay. So now we made it to the top of the mountain. This is the Brown farm up here. He actually had a larger tract of land here. It was quite large. When Georgetown was founded, people who were here actually had, like, instead of like acres, I would call it square miles. It was the Brown farm as far as on top of the mountain here. But here we are at the Brown farm, and there's another way to get in here, but I'm not sure how to access it. The Laurel Ridge hiking trail comes across here too somewhere on top of the mountain. So, whew, that was a hike and a half, but I found it. Walking up on the cemetery here. Lisa Cesaro, God love her, she has done a lot of work up here. Lisa has spent hours up here working, you know, rehabbing the place. And there used to be a sign up here on one of these trees, and I don't see it. But this is the cemetery here where Mr. Johns is buried at. Yeah, definitely. Oh, there's the farm. There's the sign. It's still there. Good. This is this tree itself it's very, very sacred up here. Very sacred. And Lisa figures there's a lot more people buried in here, but a lot of the tombstones are no longer here. Maybe just the base of it, you know. And there's a lot of Indian mounds around here too, that are really sacred. Whew. So it took me from Mountain Road, where you parked below, it took me roughly about a half an hour to walk up here. So keep an eye out for snakes. Yeah, it took about a half an hour to get up here, so it's quarter till 1 rather. You can see the sign says over there 1774. So there's John Smith right there, his tombstone, January the 23rd, 1895. Civil War veteran, and he was the heir to the property up here. Just amazing, totally amazing. Here's the one trail. This heads back to the game road up here they put in. Just so you're aware of it, okay? Just think about this, okay? Top of the mountain. I mean, really, really way above the elevation of Johnstown where it is now. This would have been rustic living, you know, because the houses up here, they had a water source, plenty of water off the mountain. But they had a hike up really, really steep terrain to get here, hiking or using horse and buggy. But this is what it would have been like, you know, back in the 1700s. A lot of people have no idea what it was like in the 1700s. Mind you, they came westward, you know, and the Indians were here, and it was I believe the Sequoia Indians who had, you know, so you see the road continues out here. This is the only mud hole that I saw. So, frogs are jumping in. A lot of frogs up here. A lot of frogs. Looking on Google Maps here to see if I can figure out where I am. Okay. Okay, I'm basically right there. Headed that direction. I would imagine whenever we get rain, this gets pretty muddy back here. And if you decide to make the hike up here, you can definitely take the Gray Run Road. It'll bring you right to the farm. But if you hike it, make sure you wear a good pair of hiking boots. Watch out for snakes. You know, bring plenty of water so you can as you can see, we're coming up on the road, the game road here, that kind of, if you take it to the right, it takes you back to Gray Run, I believe. I'm pretty sure it does. When I was a kid, this road was a lot rougher than what it is now, but the State Park Service, DCNR, they really did a good job fixing up the mountain up here. I mean, you can see a lot of quad tracks in here. The quads are definitely in here, so So we're still walking down off the mountain here. This trail, you can tell the trail's been washed out. I mean, it turns into a river when it rains. And oh man, this would actually be really treacherous if it was wet, because I have a lot of moss on the rocks and it would be slippery as all heck. Even if you had hiking boots on, this would be extremely dangerous to walk up, okay? And walking down would be a nightmare because you'd be sliding on the rocks and be a little tough, you know? I'm gonna have to ask Lisa, but I think from down here where you park at, going up this here trail to the road on top, it's probably, I'm gonna say about a half a mile to 3/4 of a mile. But it's like I said, it's really rough walking. The fact that you can drive right up to the farm on the DCNR road definitely makes it a lot easier. But what I'd like to do here in the future is map the mountain out. Like Lisa had indicated on her website, Vintage Johnstown, there is a lot of houses that were up here at one time. You know, people lived up here. That's where the resources were at. They had water, they had all the game they wanted. They actually clear-cut patches up here where they were growing their crops. So, too many people who live in the region, you know, they live in Johnstown and they wake up and they look up and they see a mountain, okay, but they hardly do. I would say 1%, if that, of the population of Johnstown, or the area for that matter, that they even hike up here, okay? Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So there's the truck. Oh, that was definitely a hike and a half, but it was worth it. So the only thing that's really sad is up here on the mountain, you know, you still see people dumping trash, couches, beds. I don't know why they do that for. Just that's